shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let it hear. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a treasure hid in the field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea, and gathered up every kind, which when it was full, they drew to shore, and sat down, and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away.
So at the right hand of the Lord there are pleasures forevermore. So we can look at the earth today, and there are still, even though this devil has destroyed and ruined the earth and polluted the world, polluted the air, polluted the waters, polluted the food and the people and everything, and the earth itself, there are still places on earth that are so breathtaking and so beautiful, even though it's still tainted, but it's just so beautiful to look at. You know, being there can probably take off, you know, or bring you back 5-10 years, make you 5 or 10 years younger, 15-20 years younger, just by the presence, the aura of that place. So just imagine how much greater the kingdom is going to be when the Most High has on his right hand there are pleasures forevermore. You know, imagine how much greater, how much more beautiful the kingdom of heaven is going to be once it's established. You know, and these are things that we have to keep in mind, because this is what we're fighting for.
Yahawashi, Rawchaa, Yahawah, Rawchaa, Yahawashi.
Shalom to elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations, scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone led me to this truth, and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, when this be edifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of his ability, to their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 42. The water for anybody coming in on the common board here and on after. Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak, Atham, and Lord willing, this is edifying to the flock. Going to get into a couple topics. You know, I was going to just go ahead and get some sleep and whatnot, but the Lord just put the spirit on me. Instead of saving this lesson that I got, you know, that the Lord put the spirit on me to do, you know, put the spirit on me to go ahead and handle this before I go to sleep, because tomorrow, you know, Lord willing, I can go over something in the spirit, something in the spirit's telling me to address. It's like as many of the other brothers, you know, have been and elders and apostles that have been addressing about you know, IUIC and some of this false doctrine that they got out here. They're trying to say that there's going to be you know, these heathens are going to be able to somehow take back, you know, the kingdom after, you know, we take over, after the Lord takes over these nations. But, you know, we're not going to get into that right now, but Lord will not be able to do a lesson on it before I go to camp. Well, not the camp, before I go to the plantation tomorrow. You know, gotta, you know, back to working what I normally work, but, you know, we're gonna always stay with the word and get into this truth. Lord willing, the Lord keeps us in the spirit. So I want to get started with the title. It says Major Taylor Greene vows to expose truth about the Juicebox. What do you know? They're gonna tell you that this thing ain't no good, right? Elders and apostles been telling us since the thing that came out, not to take this thing out. And before I came and understood, and knew that I was an Israelite and knew that there was such thing as different camps and whatnot, or even that there was a GMS, because that was the first camp that I learned about. Before that, when they came out with the Juicebox, I wasn't feeling easy about it and was like, nah, I'm not doing that. Because even at that time before I was like, that's what it is. Am I supposed to know what it is, man? It ain't nothing oblivious. People just don't want it to be true because they know that means what? That means that judgment is coming for them, and they know. Okay, so they're playing stupid most of the time because they want the elect to think that they're they're crazy. They want, and of course, we're just the hopeful elect. But I'm just saying, and to the people that are the elect out there, that have that spirit, whomever they may be, they've tried to warn their family and tell their family and the people around them, and they're like, yeah, whether they want to deny it or not, they know what the mark of the beast is. Everybody knows. There's people lining up for that thing. You think they don't know what it is and just taking it? They know what it is. They're trying to escape judgment. Those Edomites, man. So, like I said, that was the first part of the title. And then Tsunami hits Santa Catarina, and then various end time topics. So Lord willing, is edifying to the flock. So we're gonna start right here with Major Taylor Greene vows to expose truth about Juicebox. See, that's what we call the Juicebox. Them things, okay? So you hear me saying Juicebox. That's what I'm talking about. Capri Sun. So Marjorie Taylor Greene has said that she will be exposing the truth, right? She's telling the truth now. After all these years they've been giving out juice boxes, now you want to tell the truth. Like, you ain't got nothing to do with it. You've been, one of the highest, the American, justice system. She's very up there, She's a Republican representative, okay? So at a hearing, she is holding on the injuries. But they ain't, somebody just felt sick, it's because this, okay? They started twitching her or whatever. So the Georgia Republican representative who previously suspended from X called Twitter will be joined by a panel Monday afternoon. She claimed they lied to us. She ain't taking no juice box. So Newsweek approached Greene's office via email for comment on Monday. Claims that the juice box caused health problems posed to the juice box, and is used in conspiracy theories as concerning supposed population control. Then she says many anti-juiceboxinators, which is us, or whatever, whoever doesn't want to take it. Activists have attempted to link Juicebox, but whatever. We know all the accounts of so many people who just was healthy as hell and they not here no more, especially those who otherwise appeared healthy before having, cardiac arrest. See, they know the phrase assertions, right? Some claim that the heart attack suffered by LeBron James or LeBron James, some was a result of the Juicebox, while supporting sisters who had often used that platform to question including Greene and her up. So that's why she's starting to expose it, because she knows that it's jacking her ass up. So in March, the anti-Juicebox group erected that they called a Juicebox death memorial in Canberra, Australia. Authorities told Newsweek at the time that the link between the vaccine and the death is usually coincidental. Or coincidental, yeah, coincidental. Okay, Salakia. Medical events such as heart attacks have occurred among a very small number of people who have been juiceboxed against, the CV-19. But research health agencies around the world has found these incidents far and less common than those among patients infected with it itself. So studies have found that myocarditis, an inflammatory heart condition, occurs an estimated, they do their little number, they don't really know, percent of those who receive the juice box, while it can occur in many as 5% of those, infected with, the virus. Immunologists believe that the COVID deaths were due to juice box exacerbating underlying conditions among the worst affected patients. So, they were saying there was other stuff, but why in the world then all those people who was dying when it happened, they was just saying they died from it? Okay, doesn't make any sense. So she will be joined by a hearing of Dr. Robert Malone, who is an early career research mRNA juice box, such as produced by Pittsburgh and Moderna, and who since 2021 has received criticism for propagating misinformation about the pandemic COVID juice boxes. See all that shit we was hearing about, this bullshit. He claimed that the vaccines were causing a form of AIDS. Okay, the juice boxes were causing it, but that's probably not it. Ain't nobody really said that, but for which there's no evidence, and I don't think that's that either. Or whatever. That would have been big. So other medical practitioners have refuted the claim. Okay, so I don't think that's either. But she also will be joined by Dr. Kimberly Bissett, shares vaccine juicebox misinformation on social media. So she's going to tell them that these heathens are, they're going against their own people, are starting to let you know that this stuff ain't no good for you, okay? That woman's got a lot of, she's not like somebody who doesn't do work for America Babylon the Great. If they're pointing out something, they're like, hey, this shit's affecting me, because that's how these heathens are. They don't care about nothing until they're in jeopardy. So we know her crying out is because really something's up. Okay? And, you know, we know that in the articles it talks about how somebody tried to, you know, send her back to the spirit world or whatnot, right? So it could be because of that. It could be because they know she finna say something and they want to get her. Who knows? But we know this. This is what she's doing. This is Psalms chapter 64, verse 8, and it reads, "So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away." You see? They out here pointing out that their own solutions are actually problems. Job chapter 18, verse 7. Job chapter... hold on. Yeah, this is right. Job chapter 18, verse 7. "The steps of his strength shall be straightened. His own counsel shall cast him down." So you got people who in America, Babylon the Great, who are calling out their own system, okay, and showing that it's corrupt. And it's going to lead to this. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 10. I like to bring it up, you know, frequently. And it reads, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee." So the Lord is, you know, really using his own people to uncover his shame, you know, to show that he don't even care about his own people, not alone just Jake. "And thou shalt be cut off forever," because they're thieves, vagabonds, and niggards at their own table. They not worried about what everybody else going through. They just care about what they going through. Man, hopefully my internet ain't just shutting off and on, because it said that the player ain't working, but let's hope it's not, you know, having any issues. I'll know soon enough. So now we're going to go to the Blue Letter Bible. And I want to go to Job chapter 13, verse 4. And it reads, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value." That's how they are. They are forgers of lies, man. They're always lying about everything that they got to talk about. Even when they come out saying they gonna tell the truth. Okay? They're forgers. What is a forger? What do they do? What is that?
Strong's age 2950. Tafal.
Right? That's how it was saying, probably in Greek. And it says, to smear, plaster over, stick, to glue. See? They're like, you know, like falsely, you know. They're falsely making these, falsifying, you know, information purposely. Okay, to deceive you, to make you thinking that they're telling you the truth. They're never going to tell you the whole truth, okay? They're demons. They're never going to tell you really what they're doing. But, you know, I want to look this up and show you what this means. This word pharmakia, that's where you get the word pharmacist from, okay? That's what that's the old saying, okay? Pharmakia, that's what they used to say. So it says on the term pharmakia, an abstract noun meaning sorcery, magic, or practice of magic arts. What is the root word of pharmakia? To use drugs. See? That's what they do. They use drugs. Okay? They use the Juicebox to basically put a spell on your ass, man, and have your ass sick, because that's basically what diseases are. They're demons, okay? And that's how they cast these damn demons on you, by you taking all that medication and getting addicted to that shit, and then the Lord, you know, The Lord, he pulls back his elect from this, but the people who are not, they go deeper and deeper in this stuff, man. You know? It says, what does pharmakia mean in the ancient Greek? It says, the ritualistic sacrifice or exile of a human scapegoat or victim. Okay, didn't know that. In the Strong's Dictionary, like it said, pharmakia. In the Strong's Dictionary in the Bible, man. It says the use of administering of drugs, poisoning, sorcery, magical arts, often found in connection with idolatry and fostered by it, right? Forgers of lies, false doctrines, false medicine, everything, okay? We can't sit here and tell you exactly what they putting in it. We're not like Esau. We're not going to go, I need to know the exact components in this. No, we just know that shit ain't good. Don't fuck with it, That's what we telling you, because you even got their own officials out there freaking out because they done took the damn juice box and 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning they start Harlem shaking. Okay. So this is Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 13. They're talking about, oh, it ain't happened yet. Well, when it does, there's not going to be enough people to talk about it. That's how it's going to be. There's going to be a lot of people who drop dead because they want to keep playing around and acting like this medicine is healthative. Okay, it's not healthative. Okay, if you think it is, go take it, because you're going to find out in the end they was trying to jack your ass up. They was trying to alter your DNA because they know that we are the bloodline of King David, man. They know. They trying to get us to go off. But they can't just make us go off because they know that the Lord is dealing with us. So they have to convince us. That's the rules. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 13, they have to scare us into taking it or something. That's why they be doing them false flag attacks. And it reads, Jeremiah 30 verse 13, there is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. Right? Verse 14, all thy lovers have forgotten thee, which means all these other nations that we try to mate with, we try to be cool with, they forgot us, man. And that's, looking at spirituals like this is why I be like, hey, I'd rather mess with an Israelite woman because she understands where I'm coming from. A heathen, woman, doesn't mean that I can't get along with one, maybe, could settle down with one, but I look at it like she's not going to ever understand where I'm coming from as Israel. She's never going to understand that. So, I was more like, hey, if I'm going to settle down, it's going to be with an Israelite woman, because she gets this. You want to be around people who understand what you're going through, and want to be on one accord with our elders and apostles, right? But, that doesn't mean you can't date somebody that's not in the truth. You can, but that's just what I prefer. That's all I'm saying. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. You see? So everybody's forgot about Israel, man. They're not worried about making sure they got the right medicine to heal us, okay? They're trying to get rid of us, okay? That's why they got the AI robots. They got the mark of the beast, the sea hip coming. They got all this stuff because they're trying to get rid of us, okay? There wasn't enough police violence in the street to take out Jake. So they're doing everything they can, man. They want to get rid of Jake, but they know that Jake looks like all nations. But how do they know that? They know that because the elders and apostles. They know. They might have knew that it says that, the seed line comes from the man. But they didn't really have an understanding of it until the elders and apostles, man. Even they be watching the elders and apostles, okay? All these people out here who act like they don't be doing it. Yes, they do. They be on the comment board. They be sending, threats and everything, some brothers. Scoffing them. They be watching. So Jeremiah chapter 46 verse 11, go up to Gilead and take balm O virgin, the daughter of Egypt. In vain thou shalt use many medicines, okay? For thou shalt not be cured. See? You know? And this is talking about, you know, and this one is talking about, you know, the virgin, the daughter of Egypt is talking about, you know, these Edomites. And they use many medicines too to try to get cured, and they don't get cured. There's no healing medicines for none of us here. Some of that stuff, you know, works better for them, but in the end, it don't help them. You know, and it don't help us either. The nations have heard thy shame, and thy cry have filled the land. For the mighty man has stumbled against the mighty, and they are both fallen both together. And that's what happened to us in that time, and that's what's going to happen to them. You know? And I want to show, you know, I want to read verse 10 just to make it all tie in and make sense. And it reads, for this day of the Lord, power of hosts, a day of vengeance, right, that we've been talking about hastening for, that he may avenge him of his adversaries, and the sword shall devour, and it shall be how you say that word? I don't want to butcher it. Hold on. Satiate, okay? Which means, like it said, like to be satisfied. You know, his sword shall be satisfied, basically. He'll be satisfied with the vengeance and made drunk with their blood. For the Lord and the Most High, you know, Yahawashi of hosts have a sacrifice in the north country by the river Euphrates. You see? And that's talking about America, Babylon the Great. He's going to destroy this place. And then it goes back, you know, because the north country is America, Babylon the Great. And it talks about take bomb and try to, and talk about she would have been healed, but she can't. Let us all flee into the other countries, as it says in the scriptures. Okay? But it says, thou shalt use many medicines, but thou shalt not be cured. So they're not going to be cured from their shit either, with their, you know, their sorcery. And that's them seeking their old wizards and things to try to keep them alive and whatnot, and things to try to preserve their nation. None of it's going to work. And it sure hell's not working for us. So I want to pull that up extra too for that, since I mentioned it. I know it's kind of late, but you know, spirit is the spirit. It's like, get up and do this. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. See that bomb, they're going to try to take up and find up all these different ways to heal America, Babylon the Great, and bring her back to the make America great again type, you know, country that they had. Okay, their wicked kingdom. But she is not healed. She's not going to get healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. So her judgment is going to be, you know, she's there's no medicines here, man. That's basically the point. None of this shit is helping nobody. Okay? It's be feeling like it. You be thinking it is. Whatever. You feel good for a couple days, but in the end, that shit ain't helping us, man. We need Yahawashi. So video 2, it says thousands of vehicles swept into the ocean as tsunami hit Santa Catarina, Brazil. Okay? Let's see this. Yeah, all them cars gone. Gone. Lord ain't playing, man. Quality 360. Let's make it 480. Hold on, bear with me. Give me a sec. We're gonna watch this. Look at that. They're trying to get the hell out of there. They freaking out.
The information in the video shows an incident in Laguna, Santa Catarina, Brazil. A mini tsunami struck the coastline of Laguna, Santa Catarina, Brazil, causing havoc as thousands of cars were swept into the ocean.
os carros tudo, cara, olha lá. Pô, que loucura, mano. Olha os carros.
The unexpected event left local residents and authorities scrambling to assess the damage and to ensure the safety of those in the affected areas.
That's just right out there, where everybody be living, man. It said thousands of vehicles got swept in there, A lot of people, and this is on November 12th. So this was just yesterday, basically. They still cleaning up from that. Thousands of vehicles were swept into the ocean. Local residents began to panic. It was unexpected. Disaster left locals and authorities dealing with destructive aftermath. See? They didn't even warn them, man. They was just chilling, and boom. They just started getting hit, man. And that's how it's going to happen with this judgment of Yahawashi. It's going to come quickly, man. It's not going to be nothing to play with. We're going to start at Malachi. Chapter 3. We're going to read a little bit. And it reads, "Behold, I send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me." Who is those messengers? The men, of the Lord, starting with the elders and the apostles of great millstone who came out of one west. You don't believe it? Don't. "I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me, and the Lord whom ye seek shall suddenly come to his temple." See? What's that temple? The Israelites, us, we're the temple. And he's building back that temple, that third temple, through this truth. We're building that temple right now. And us followers out here, the things that we do to help the body, we are assisting them building that temple. And you got heathens, you got scoffers, you got people trying to climb in other ways. You got people wanting to be in the hot seat and be the elders and apostles. You got all these people trying to help build the temple, but the elders and apostles are keeping them out of it because they're not contributing to the body. We're supposed to be contributing to the body of Yahawashi to help build this truth, this temple, in believers, right? "Even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight in, behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts." And how is he coming? He came through this word and to the spirit of those men. So that's how we know he's here right now, and he's dwelling with his men on the earth, and he's giving them this message to deliver to the elect of Israel. Verse 2, "But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like foolish soap." Foolish soap. So he's coming to, refine, all these people on the planet. And we hope to be part of the elect, because he's going to refine the elect and give them mercy, okay? Even though they're going to go through tribulation, they're going to receive mercy at the end of all this. They're not going to receive wrath. Some of the brothers, will have to, endure some of the Lord's wrath for his cause, to show that he has, his men aren't afraid to die for him, So verse 3, "And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver," and it's part of prophecy. It's got to happen. If he says it's got to happen, it's got to be so. "And he shall sit as refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi," which are basically the so-called Haitians, "and purge them as gold and silver," because they were basically the priests. But now, the priesthood is all men that are Israelites, because it talked about the Lord sprang out of Judah, but nothing concerning priesthood. We're all supposed to be priests now. We're all supposed to be taking that Levite, responsibility as a priest, to be teaching this word. All the men of Israel. That this is our job. "And purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness." That's what we're doing. We're offering up a sacrifice to the Lord by doing this work. We're sacrificing our time and also our bodies. And, we're sacrificing our own vain opinions and vain, what's the word I want to put with it? Like, we could say that, vain interest, for lack of a better word, the things that we want to do on the earth, So, verse 4, then shall the offering of Judah and Jerusalem be pleasant unto the Lord. Talking about Judah and Israel, the whole 12 tribes, be pleasant unto the Lord as in the days of old and as in former years. We're offering up that same sacrifice through the Spirit. And I will come near to you, to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers. Who is those? Those ones out there passing around that juice box, and against the adulterers, ones who sleep with other men's wives, and against false swearers, people who, make these oaths. I swear I'm going to tell the truth about the juice box, and they're not doing it. Or people who saying they love Yahawashi and they're not doing the work, or they're not, proving it. And against those that oppress the hireling in his wages. See? And that's what they do. They oppress us in our wages, because our wages aren't enough to survive. They, as Jake, we got to band up out here with brothers and stuff to live comfortably a little bit. You just live by yourself. You live paycheck to paycheck, It's So we us as brothers, we band together. That's why we, sometimes we stay with a brother or two, because we stronger in numbers. 2 or 3 of us join together, the Lord is in the presence of us. So the widow and the fatherless that turn aside the stranger from his right and fear not me, okay, saith the Lord of hosts. So he's coming after the people who don't fear the Lord. Okay, starting with 2/3. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. So he's not going to do it any other way, okay? This is how he's going to do it. He's going to send his messengers. They're going to tell you how to do it. And everybody who doesn't want to do it, he's going to bring swift judgment. He's going to bring swift judgment among those people. And he's going to bring a swift witness, okay? And the men of the Lord are very precise on how they explain who's going to get judged, who's, under the mercies of Yahawashi and so forth. Okay, they are swift to do the work of the Lord. The Lord tells them to do something, they're on it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. And that's what you see in these tsunamis and stuff, suddenly out of nowhere. Nobody ain't warned, nobody ain't say nothing. And that's how that swift judgment comes real quick, man. Just take 1,000 people car out. Now everybody walking to work over there, man. Probably can't even work because all the damn lights out, everything drowned out. Any diseases could have came through that water, like that flesh-eating bacteria they was talking about. In a couple other places that flooded in the U.S. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart, which is the mind, which means lab in the Hebrew, heart means your mind, the sons of man is fully set in them to do evil. So there's been so much evil that has been going on in the world because the Lord has been keeping that tab, on the people who are not turning back to the Lord. He's also keeping tabs on us who's doing the good work for the Lord. He's keeping accounts of all our works. Because sometimes we make mistakes too, But we're not sinning in a way of like we just indulging and bathing in sin, And we don't feel happy about sinning. We want to be away from sin, But you got these people out here, the sons of men, which is the other 16 nations. And then the sons of the wicked is Esau, Edom. He's the 17th nation. And then Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, West Indian, Haitians, and the foreign Israelites is one nation. See what I'm saying? So, it's setting into them to do evil. Okay, that's what they're supposed to do. That's why they're doing it all the time. Okay, and it's ultimately going to bring them to this judgment. Revelation chapter 9, verse 16. And it's basically anybody who is against the Lord is going to taste this, okay? They're going to taste that fire, okay? Except the remnant of Esau, Edom, because they're going to go into slavery. So they're going to run into their bunkers, you know? But the Lord, you know, it said some will rise to everlasting contempt, or some will rise to everlasting life, some will rise to everlasting contempt. Those one to everlasting contempt, he going to bring some people back just to blow them up, man. You don't want to play with the Lord. Revelation chapter 9, verse 16, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles. Those are the horsemen, the missiles. We're going to explain that. Verse 17, thus I saw the horses in a vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and jacinth and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were the heads of the lions, and out of their mouths issued fire, smoke, and brimstone. Simple as that. Right? By these three, the third part of men killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths, man. You know, and it's mainly talking about America, Babylon the Great, the land of Israel, many other places is going to get destroyed. Moab's going to get destroyed, the so-called Chinese, because they want to be just like America, Babylon the Great. They want to have their little iRobot nation. They're going to get blown up too. It's going to be a whole lot of people who get destroyed, man. Okay? With their own devices. The Lord said he will use their own devices against them. Verse 19, for their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. They do. But this is going to show you how they were, you know how it said that they were setting them to do evil? Even after all this happened, there's still going to be people who are doing this. Verse 20, and the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues yet repented not of the works of their hands. So you're going to have some people, the destruction done happen, the waters done turned to wormwood, and they can't drink the water, and they all out there damn barely alive. They still not going to repent, man. That they should not worship the devils, Esau, even so-called white man, and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone. So you're going to still people out there still covetous over money, like still, you know, even though the whole damn nation shut down, you show their ass $100, they're gonna be like, oh, that's $100. They're gonna look at it like it's still something, man. Like it's still worth something, man. And of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. Neither repented they for their murders. Because there's gonna be a lot of people who, you know, they don't claim to be murderers, but we're gonna see there in Jacob's Trouble, because you're gonna see a lot of people who never killed nobody. They're gonna kill, okay? There's a lot of people who are going to kill to survive. Okay, a lot of people that never have. It's like people are going to really, you're going to really be shown that you're anti-Christ. Okay, anti the scriptures, anti-Hamashiachim. Okay, anti-anointed. Because if you're anti it, you're either anointed or you're a demon. Okay, and demons do whatever the cost when it's presented. You know. Nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. You see? So they didn't want to repent for the mistakes that they made, man. And even after all that happens, the missiles hit, everything, you're going to still have Jake and heathens out here still not repenting for what they did to the Lord, man. Still not repenting and asking for forgiveness. That's how much evil is set in their heart. Because why? Matthew chapter 17, verse 17. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. See, so they can't do nothing but evil, man. Okay? Because they're not good trees. They're not planted in Yahawashi. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. They can't bring forth fruit meet for repentance. So they're going to not do that until the very end. Verse 19, every tree that bringeth forth not good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Then from them missiles, man. Okay? That's what's going to happen, man. So now we're going to go over here. We're going to get a little bit into the war, what's going on. We're going to put in some precepts concerning this, and I got a couple more articles, and I'm out of here. So U.S. escalates conflict with Iran, which is the Arabians. Okay, the Ishmaelites, so-called Arabians, as airstrike kills proxies in Syria, so they're striking back. Okay, kills several proxy fighters associated with the regime. You know, they It's a battle over there right now, and the U.S. is involved. Okay, now World War III hasn't broke out in its fullness, but this is like showing that it started. You know, we're in the middle of World War III right now. We're at the beginning of it, and it's gonna reach over here, man. So you need to get yourself prepared. And all you out there, you know, who don't want to serve Yahawashi, you men out there, the Lord is going to put you in a position where you're going to have to go fight this way. You know, they're going to be like, oh, so you want Esau Edom's kingdom to make it, you know. You wanted to, you know, to prosper so well, right? Okay, well, go fight for it. That's how the Lord's going to treat you. You know, it's going to be a lot of Jake dying in this war, man. It's going to be a lot of heathens dying in this war because they're going to have to go over there anyway. This y'all shit. You know, you got to handle your own damn, you know. We ain't got nothing to do with the Ishmaelites. Shit, I bet you they call Chief Ephraim and all them damn motherfuckers who went over there to fight them Palestinians or whatever, you know. I bet you they said, hey, we're going to put y'all, enlist y'all in World War III. I bet you won't do no damn roll called in. Motherfuckers be acting retarded and everything. Don't nobody want to go to that war. And I'm going to prove that in a second. So it says, Putin ally threatens to obliterate NATO countries with nuclear weapons. This is scriptural, okay? We're going to deal with that too. But before we move on, I want to pull up one precept about that last article about how America Babylon the Great was going to, you know, they're going to, you know, they're escalating this war. It's moving forward. They're all talking about peace treaties and shit. But obviously it's not. They're escalating it. Which means what? BRICS is going to get involved. Everybody's going to get involved. Everybody going to have their hand in the middle of Armageddon. Except the Israelites. We're just going to be over here talking about it. Genesis chapter 6. Verse 11. So I'll tell you this, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to tell they ass I'm flat-footed, everything I can not to go over there. And if they tell me I don't got no choice, I'm going to say you better lock me up. So I'm not going. Okay? I've been serving Yahawashi, I'm going to die doing this. Or you're going to lock me up in jail and I'm going to die praying to Yahawashi, you're going to give me spiritual powers, I'm going to get out of there. I don't have no choice. I'm doing what the Lord told me to do. Genesis chapter 6, verse 11, the earth also was corrupt before the Most High. The earth was filled. Hold on. Yeah, right? The earth was filled with violence. Okay, yeah. Hold up. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this right here. Hold on, give me a sec. I want to pull this up. I want to make a point about Iran, Persia. Yeah, it's Genesis chapter 16. Okay. You know, and this is just to show that, you know, Ishmael is those, you know, those so-called Arabians, okay? The Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabians who they're fighting over there right now. Iran, okay? The Persians, okay? So it says, and the angel of the Lord said unto her, behold, thou art with child, and thou shalt bear a son, and thou shalt call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction, right? I just want to make a point about this. And he will be a wild man, and his hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him, and he will dwell in the presence of all his brethren. And that's showing you that, you know, they're wild. You know, they'll set it off, okay? And that's why they're going around the earth right now freaking out, okay, and doing all the shit they're doing. Okay? They using Hamas, they using all types of shit. Okay? And you know, Saudi Arabia is in with them too. You know, most of them is Ishmaelites. You know what I'm saying? You know, them Persians and them Ishmaelites, you know, you know, Saudi Arabia, they're all in on this together, man. They're in on this too. You know, because if they're with them and they're wild men, you know, Ishmael, you know, what does that mean? That means Persia and them, they wild men too. So is, anybody else in the BRICS. They're all agreeing upon one another. So these people, they're really going to show you their demons real soon. So I want to go over here. Like I said, Putin ally threatens to obliterate NATO countries. Then you have, while that's all going on, while they are escalating war over there with Iran, Russia warship flotilla, which is like, I guess they try to mimic it as something like Godzilla, the Leviathan flotilla. It was, damn nerds. In Asia sparks fears, global takeover. Okay, so Russian warships docked in the Bangladesh's port of Chateau Graham on Sunday. Russian state-run media reported, sparking fears of growing Russian influence in South Asia. Okay, so they're starting to move this, this BRICS kingdom. They're moving their puzzle pieces, man, because they're getting ready to destroy this place. They're setting it up. They're getting all their, ships where they need to be when they launch them damn missiles, man. Okay? And it also says Russia accused of stockpiling tactical nuclear weapons on European borders. They stockpiling. Just like it says in Joel chapter 3, verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords, and prepare for battle. That's what they're doing. Those plowshares and the swords, they're turning their agricultural money and whatever they use for food, they're turning it into missiles, man. That's what they're doing. And everybody's starting to join with them. The madmen are joining the madmen, as it says in Genesis. Because Ishmael is a big part of the BRICS, and then you got Persians, which is Iran, and all these people, they're involved in this, man. They're all involved. They're all, putting their bread together to fight America, Babylon the Great, and the land of Israel, and whoever else is with them. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, talking about turning Russia into that old Soviet Union and getting all they shit ready. And I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. You got Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar, the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. You see, they're going to all be together. Be thou prepared and prepared for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And this is what the Lord's got them doing. Obadiah, verse 1, the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahawah concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. That's us, That's us coming as ambassadors, Well, no, this is talking about the ambassadors of them, okay? An ambassador is sent among the heathen, so they got people who are coming to them, okay, as well. They have their people coming and saying, what? Arise ye, let us rise up against her in battle. They coming against her, against Babylon the Great. These heathens are coming together. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, to rise against Esau, even the so-called white man. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small upon the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Now that's talking about us, right? The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground, right? So that's how America, Babylon is thinking. They're thinking like, who's going to defeat us? Because they're the number one, military in the world right now, We're going to prove that in just a second too, to show that this is America, Babylon the Great. So we'll get that out the way. They stockpiling. They're getting their stuff ready. They're continuing to grow their military power. That's all they're worried about. So this is how we know that this place, don't nobody want to go to that war over here. So if you're a man, you don't want to go do this, you better start serving Bahasham right now. So a vast majority of Americans would not volunteer to serve if U.S. entered major conflict poll. It says nearly 3 out of 4 American adults would not join the military, even if the U.S. is attacked. And that's the ones that went and voted about not joining the military. Not the ones like us. We ain't voting none of that shit. You know, ain't none of the Israelites is going and getting on no damn poll and saying we not joining the military. We're just not gonna fucking do it, you know? But out of the people who are actually saying that, you know, they're America, Babylon, and Gradients, 75% of the motherfuckers ain't even trying to go over there. Okay? You know, and I guess it was only 1,029 likely voters. You know, 21% would join up while the rest were unsure. Okay? So more than likely, you know, a lot of these people is like, no. It said about 30% of 18 to 29-year-olds said that they surrender no matter who the war is with. Okay? People don't have no faith in this place, man. Okay? They're fucking scared as hell. All their, you know, majority of the people here have never seen war. They've never seen death on a mass scale. They don't have any pride for this country. You know, they got fruit roll-up flags everywhere. Don't nobody care about this place no more, man. They're not going to go fight for no damn so fruit roll-ups can be over here doing their weird shit. I'm not going to go fight so them motherfuckers can live to do that. No. No thanks. And the rest of this weird sodomite shit they be doing. I'm not going to go fight for this country. Why would I do that? You know, that doesn't make any sense. You know, they don't hold the, you know, they don't hold the truth to a good standard. You know, they speak evil of the truth. They speak evil of Bahasham first and foremost. They speak evil about each other, and they don't take care of their people. You think we really gonna go fight for no. Job chapter 27 verse 14. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. See, they not satisfied with this place. Okay. They don't want to go to World War III. They just, you know, they want to live, you know, in their own little terms. And they not satisfied with this place. They like, man, if it came down to it, we just gonna give it up so we can just live our lives normal. Hopefully they don't kill us all. You know, they ain't trying to fight for no damn freedom. Because there's no freedom here. Proverbs chapter 12 verse 11. He that tilleth the land shall be satisfied with bread. And that's talking about what? That's talking about us. We in this spiritual vineyard and we satisfied with bread. You could even make it, you know, something carnal, but, you know, this is spiritual. This is talking about we're satisfied of this truth. The bread is the truth. And I'm going to prove that in just a second. But he that followeth vain persons is void of understanding. See? These vain people are the ones that are trying to till like real land. This is spiritual right here, you know. It's talking about, you know, keeping yourself occupied in this truth, you know, feeding, edifying the flock, you know, doing that kind of stuff. That's what it's talking about. But the ones who are following everybody that's vain, that's just doing whatever they want to do here, you know, that's not concerning Yahawashi, those are the ones that are void of understanding what's coming to them. They don't understand what kind of swift judgment is going to come upon them. So this is, you know, to prove that we live only by the bread. You know, this bread is this truth. So Matthew chapter 4 verse 1, when Yahawashi led up, was Yahawashi led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. See, he used to be tempted of the devil. He knew that the devil was going to come. That's why he went up there. This is part of prophecy. He said he was going to be tempted. It didn't say he didn't know he was up there. He said he went up there into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. He knew that the devil was going to be there and ask him for all that shit. He knew who he was going to ask him. He knew he was going to answer him too. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungry, like he was weak. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if the tempter came to him, right, and this is the spiritual demon Satan, he said, if thou be the son of the Most High, I command that these stones be made bread. And what did Yahawashi say? He said, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. You see? So, and that's why he said, you eat of my flesh, and my bone, my blood, you know. when they were sitting at the table with him, the Last Supper with the brothers. Okay, before he had to be crucified, he said, "This bread is my flesh." This is our spiritual manna. Okay, so I got one more thing I wanted to point out. I wanted to point out Revelation. Hold on real quick. I want to look at this specific. I was thinking I had. Yeah, this is the one. It's the one. So I'm going to tie this precept also into this last article. Thought I had another article I might have erased by accident, but this is the one. Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. Oh, I did have one. Hold on. This is the one I want to bring this up. It's very important. Okay. I don't know why it's not even in my recent tabs open, but bear with me. Let me go find it. Come on, phone. Okay. Bear with me. Okay. Yeah. So I'm about to type it in and show it first, and then I'll put it in there. So. They're trying to, the far right is telling Poland to be ready to do something, which is part of prophecy. They basically telling them to be ready to quit the beast. Like they got it, like, like this is a plan, okay? And we know this is a plan. We're going to prove it. Because the Lord said that this is what he told these nations to do. So far right urges Poland to be ready to quit the EU, the European Union. Tens of thousands of far right supporters on Saturday chanted anti-European Union slogans in the sea of red and white Polish flags at an Independence Day rally. Annual event in Warsaw attracted 40,000 people, the city hall said, while media outlets estimated 90,000 had turned out. Less than a month after the pro-EU opposition to legislative elections, banners and postcard called for poll exit. Okay, after Britain's Brexit from the EU from January 2020. Okay. And these are all part of the beast system, okay? And they're saying, leave it, okay? Or you're going to get destroyed with it. And this precept says those first original 10 of the beast, those 10 kingdoms, they are going to leave this place, and they're going to also leave, they're going to send missiles over here, man. That's what's going to make it 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles. It's going to be all these damn kingdoms plus the BRICS, okay? That's a lot of fucking missiles, man. Revelation chapter 17, verse 16, and it reads, the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Talking about America, Babylon the Great, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So now you got these far right and all these other people urging them to go do this. Why are they doing this? Because the Lord told them to. Verse 18, or verse 17, for the Most High put it in their hearts to fulfill this will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And what's those words of the Most High? That they shall leave the whore, and they shall hate the whore, and leave her desolate with fire with these other nations. And it's also going to be sent to the land of Israel and various other places, but we mainly focus on America, Babylon the Great, because the majority of Israelites are here. You see? This is the place we got to get saved out of. There's other places too, but its majority is America, Babylon the Great. So that was, the articles that I had. You know, I know it's pretty late, but I wanted to go ahead and get them done. So, you know, Lord willing, I got enough time to do another lesson, you know, that a lot of brothers are going into tomorrow. You know, try to, you know, keep up what the brothers is talking about, you know, because that's what they do. They defend the gospel as a body, you know, and we want to, you know, stick with what they got going on. You know, so shalom to elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that elect the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone. Let me to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect. And to the hopeful elect, Lord willing, we part of that number. Lord willing, be edifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Peter chapter 5, verse 42. Wa abab babal, the water for tuning in, Yahawashi, Barak, Atham. And may the blessing of election be upon your households. And Kwam Yasharala, Lord willing, is edifying. Shalom.